Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Motivational Monday and you're here with Mish. And today we're talking about quality time with our kids. Most of us are working hard, full time or part time, and it can be really tough to ensure that we are allocating good quality time with our kids. And recently, this becomes something I've been thinking of more and more as my children are getting older. My son, my oldest son, who is 6, I've experienced really interesting moments with him. And I've experienced those moments with him when I've been quite busy. Oftentimes when we've been working really, really hard, the last thing we want to do is, sometimes give more of our energy, even if they are our kids. And on the times when I've experienced these really interesting conversations with my son, it's been generally when I've either just finished something and I just want to relax and I want to shoo him off. But thank God for His Holy Spirit just giving me a prompting to just be still. And in those moments where I've listened, my older son, he's really spilled his guts to me. He's just 6 years old. But you will be surprised some of the things our kids have in their hearts. You know, Conversations where you're just thinking to yourself and praying, say the right thing, say the right thing. Because you know that you've just captured a really important moment and you don't really want to mess it up. And I was thinking to myself, whoa, what if I just said, you know what, I'm really tired. Please just go. We can talk next time, or, just not right now. And those moments are understandable because we're typically just so tired. But because I didn't do that in these occasions, I really got to understand a lot of things that he was experiencing and going through. And even recently, I was just having a Bible study. It wasn't a work related thing. I was just having a Bible study. And I decided to have it in his bedroom because I was concerned that if I left the room, I probably would just be too tired to study my Bible. So I stayed in his bedroom and I was reading. And my youngest son said, "Could you read aloud?" So I started reading aloud. And then they wanted to discuss what I was learning in my Bible study. So I began to share with them. And then when my youngest son left the room, my older son began to confide in some personal things to me. And he started the conversation off, "Oh, I've really didn't want to tell you this, but I feel like it's time." And I'm thinking, like, what in the world is he going to share with me? Now, I'm not going to share what he shared with me to you guys because it's his little personal 6-year-old business. But some of the things he shared, he said, I've been feeling since I was in reception, which is like 2 years ago. And when he appreciated my response with what he shared, he felt freer to share more. Now it's late, I'm tired, but during that time, I felt quite energized because I felt really grateful to be experiencing this moment with him. And he shared with me some things, and I was thinking to myself, oh my gosh, thank God I came into the room. I would have missed this. And it just, after we finished the conversation, he said to me, oh, I feel so much stronger now. And another thing he had said to me was when I said, hey, why did you decide to share this with me? He said, it was the right time. He's 6. I was thinking to myself, sometimes we underestimate how much our kids are feeling. And it made me think we never know when our kids are actually going to start vomiting on us, you know what I mean, about their emotions. We never know. It can really come at any time. So in our, life full of hard work and housework and, our careers and all of the things and tasks that we have, it's so important that we allot some good quality time with our kids. Because sometimes maybe if you're like me, you can feel like just being in the same space is time. But really, I know that's not real time. That's not quality time. If I'm sitting next to them and I have my phone in the other hand, that's not really time. What I'm growing on this year more, and what I started already last year, was spending time with them fully present. Like, I don't have my phone in my hand. I don't have my mind somewhere else. I'm listening to all these long stories, even if sometimes they're tedious. I'm just being here with them because I know that this is not time I'm going to always have. And I don't want to miss anything. And I don't know when I'm going to have that, vomiting moment from them. I don't know when. I don't even think they always know when. They just know they're with us sometimes and the mood is right and we're happy together, and they might feel like, I want to share something with you. I don't know how your kids are, but particularly my oldest boy, he's very random. He's very random. I have no idea when he's going to say something. And it doesn't happen often. But when it happens, it's like, wow, I'm glad I didn't miss this. Because we can underestimate how much they hold in their hearts. And sometimes they also hold things in their hearts because they're afraid of disappointing us. They're afraid if they share things, or if they open up about things, it might disappoint us. And I was thinking about that yesterday with my oldest, and I said, let me just tell you something. You are going to disappoint me sometime. But guess what? I'm going to disappoint you too. We're just two human beings. We're not perfect. Disappointing is part of life. If we weren't disappointing each other, it would be because we were perfect, and only God is perfect. Jesus is perfect. And I did this little exercise with him, and I said, hello, I'm your mom, and I'm going to disappoint you. Will you still love me? And he was laughing. And he said, yes, I'll still love you. And then I said, okay, do it to me. And he said, hi, I'm your son. I'm going to disappoint you. Will you still love me? And I'm like, yes, absolutely. And then we went through the scenarios of things he can do where I would still love him and it would be okay to share with me. And I said to him, look, even if I'm disappointed in something you do, I'll always love you and I'll always support you. It might be hard and there might even be a consequence from what you're sharing, but I will work with you and support you through it. And he understood that. I said, I can't make you share anything with me, really, but I hope that you always will. It was actually when I said that he started spilling everything else. I said, you're my son, but you're my friend too. And I want to have this closeness with you. So, I was thinking, man, I work a lot. I've lowered my hours. I used to work 50 hours a week, and I've lowered my hours because I was thinking about how much I was missing out on. And I was watching a show, The People's Court, with Judge Milian. And one thing that she was asked from the audience, not the audience, her fans, is if you could go back and change anything, what would it be? And she said that she would stop time with her kids. She says when you're raising your kids, you're just trying to survive. You're making sure that people are fed, bills are paid, and all these kind of things. But if she can go back, she would leave the clothes unfolded. She wouldn't care about what was for dinner. She would just sit with them and be with them. And I really kept that because I feel like there's so many moments that I've missed because I've been just so busy. Yeah, we have to work, but I don't want just to raise my kids and they get the provision and, they get that we care. You know what I mean? They will get that, but that doesn't mean I won't miss something. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I can provide, make sure your homework is done. We can have some laughs, but I feel like I want more. And I think this year, I just want to see how I can get more of those moments with my kids, those sitting still and being present with them. And I just want to know how you guys do with that. How are you guys doing with that? Just being still with your kids, like being fully present, not like checking your Facebook on a slide or anything like that. What are some of the things you do to protect time with your kids? Um, and what ideas do you have for me? I have young kids. I have a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old. I guess one thing I would say to you, and this is my challenge, if you struggle in this area, choose the stillness with them. Choose, you know, 30 minutes out of the day, in addition to all the other tasks that you do with them, just choosing how you can maybe even choose 30 minutes in your day just to be still with them, play a game with them, talk to them about their day, just be there with them, build it up until it's more and more and more. If I reflect on today, I didn't get a lot of quality time today. Like, we hung out. So maybe that's not true. We hung out, but it was running errands. We had some laughs and we talked about a few things, but I didn't have time with them that I gave them my undivided attention. And I think that actually that's something I'm going to have to actually plan, like strategizing, like put in a like schedule. There will be these random moments that we will have, I'm sure. But the way my life works, just because I have the desire doesn't mean it's going to come to fruition. I'm going to really have to say, from this to this is just going to be the boys' time. And what is not done shall remain undone. That's something I'm going to do because I don't see it in the way that my life can be a little things always happening and popping up. I feel like something can get missed in that. And I really want to have more of those special moments with them. I want them to know that if they need me, there will be some time in the day for them. And another thing I want to do is to get more one-on-one time with them by themselves. And so one thing my husband and I are talking about is how we can plan these little dates with them, like individual dates with them, so that we can get that time just sitting down with them and, yeah, just getting in their little hearts. Again, guys, if you have any ideas or advice, please comment below and let me know your thoughts. I think that if we continue to add our thoughts and, yeah, just what's worked for us, or even if you haven't tried it yet, just anything, we can really help support each other. At the end of the day, we love our kids and we're just trying to do the best we can to, yeah, be there for them and, yeah, just raise them in the way that we would have wanted if these were things we didn't get. And make sure that as they grow up, they don't feel like they have to find someone to listen to them because they know we're a presence in their life. So that's really what I want. I want to be their go-to girl, and their dad to be their go-to guy. And if they want to talk, outside of the Lord, I want it to be us. So thanks, guys, for listening. Comment below, subscribe if you feel like this is a helpful channel for you, helpful discussions for you to have, and reflective thoughts for you to consider. Be blessed, and I shall see you next week. Bye.